Welcome to another episode of Thanalysis Show with your one and only Thanasis Antetokounmpo and Tony C, my brother.
What up, man?
Oh my God. First of all, before we start, I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Gruber Law.
One call.
Yeah, that's all. There you go. Want to say thank you to Potawatomi Casinos and Hotels. You guys have been amazing. And want to say thank you, big thank you to Carbliss. You see it behind Tony. You see it right here. Thank you so much. You guys have been with us from the beginning and never wavered. And this show is going to the next level. Right? So talk to me, Tony. What we got?
All right. Do you want to start with... Actually, I want to get a quick recap. So you are officially 2-0 when you're at Pfizer Forum this year.
What?
The internet did not let anyone forget about that, as we saw.
Let's go.
The last two games you were at, little Pat Bev action courtside.
Yeah, that was fun.
Good to reconnect with him.
Yeah, it was fun to see Pat Bev, man. I haven't seen him in a minute, as they say, and I haven't it's fun how people say it, but I don't think they want to say how hard it is for me to
That's what we talked about after your first game.
Yeah, it's hard, but I'm loving it, you know, and the team is playing good and starting to building habits. We're building habits, so I'm happy.
Two quick things from that game. One being Pat Bev Pod hit us up on social media, and I said collab episode ?
Yes.
And they reposted it. So to me, that means all the fans of this show need to go and spam their socials to let everyone know we got to get this done.
Episode will break the internet.
That's what
I am telling you, because it's going to be unfiltered and uncut, and we're gonna get into it. Me and Pat for sure.
All right, we got to make that happen. The second one being 25 points in one quarter for Giannis. It's not bad. Not bad, right?
Not bad at all. He was okay.
So I heard a little birdie told me that you, from your courtside seat. Now I know you said it's obviously mentally hard to be there, so a ton of respect for you going and going through this process. But I heard you were coaching up pretty well.
I didn't coach up. That's not my job. I wasn't coaching up.
I heard you maybe had some loud suggestions for where people needed to be from your seat.
Yeah, no. When people need to be, they already know their job. They're doing great. No, it was mostly a reminder. Or just talking to the, just be like, hey, let's go get a stop, stuff like that. Just good to be out there, and especially my brother playing. So,
what, in your opinion, just you've obviously been watching and attending the last two.
Yeah.
Clearly, something changed. Like, this is not the same team that went to Brooklyn early in the season and just came out flat. Like, is it just a experience thing?
So,
what do you think changed?
It's a little bit both. We're banged up too. We're hurt. Guys are starting to find their rhythm, their groove, and it's harder to find it when guys are out there line up. But it's easier now. You get to be like, okay, we're together. Let's go. Let's win games, and let's keep it going. So it's a little bit of everything. It's not just something specific. It's not something like, oh my God, this is the magic pill, and then all of a sudden you become this great a team on defense, offense, and etc. But you just build good habits, and once you build those good habits, you first of all think about winning. You give everything you can to win games. So that's you start from there, and then everything else is the basics. What makes us good? Why are we good? Why do teams fear us? How can we replicate that? We did this. Let's do it again.
And that starts on defense. One of the things that really got highlighted over the past couple games, Bulls game included, was AJ Green. His just ability to move his feet, play tough. Him and Andre.
AJ Green got some puppies, and when we say puppies, I actually mean he got some legs. He can slide his feet, contest, put his chest up, take a bump, and not waver. So I'm so glad. I'm so proud of this kid, bro.
Do you root harder? Not harder. Guys who also played in the G League and the D League when they get the call up. Now AJ's, because you were there.
Yes,
you know what the bus rides are like.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's always a real, and always not just for the guys who've been in the G League and D League and come up and play, but for the guys in Europe and coming and play. For guys who get an opportunity who haven't played, they're in the end of the bench, and then they come in and they give meaningful minutes. There's a lot of guys who are in this league who are like that, and they sacrifice a lot, and people don't get to talk about them, but they sacrifice a lot just to be with his team and give everything they have. So it's grateful. It's not easy.
Definitely not easy. Last one on Bucks Bulls, just from you obviously know him. So Pat Bev was wearing the Bobby Portis jersey.
Yeah.
his son, it looked like, had on full Bulls gear. But Pat's from Chicago. Was he rooting one way or the other?
Yes,
or
he was. Yeah, for 100% sure. But you know what it is? I'll say one thing, and one of the things I respect about Pat is that he played. First of all, he played with both teams.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And he's from Chicago, and I think he's one of his always like dreams too. Was like play for his home city. Of course,
sure.
of course, had to be. But he's understand the grind, understand the struggle. So that's why he like. You know, he's intriguing, he's interested, but that's why he's so animated too, because this is what got him here. This is what, you know what I'm saying? So I respect that, and I value that. Now, the other thing too is that I could see it. Like, if it was any other team the Bulls were playing against, he would have had a red jersey. But he played with us, and I'm happy he had this connection with the team and connection with Bobby and me and the guys. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I feel like there's been a few guys who have played for this Bucks franchise who said it was just like an instant, like there was just an instant connection.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you were in the locker room when Paul Gasol signed.
Yeah. No, I wasn't.
And you were.
I wasn't with that group. I
thought
came the year after.
You were the year after that?
Yeah, so that group was the group with Nikola Mirotic, Paul Gasol.
But so I heard a story that Nico was the reason Gasol came here is because he reached out to him and said, like, what's it like? And I think the quote was something like, I felt like I hit the lottery or something, like playing in that locker room. I thought you were part of that team.
People don't talk about that.
Damn, that was that long ago?
Yeah. 2018, 2019.
Man, time flies.
It's 2024.
Yeah. It feels like it's still like 2021 or something.
Plus, half a decade plus.
Yeah, you've been in Milwaukee for more than half a decade now.
That's what I don't think people even remember. People realize this. They be like, "Oh, last year, bro, I've been here for what?"
Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a minute. We're gonna keep you here for a little bit.
Here, we playing in the bubble, before the bubble, after. Like, oh.
I know the Bucks got a couple big weeks ahead, and they're being hopefully in Vegas for NBA Cup stuff. So we'll keep. One of the things that we're going to do on this podcast is just about every game we're going to try to record reactions to the game.
I think a lot of people saw this week and they liked it, and you know, I want to give the people who are listening and people who are watching what they want on YouTube and listening on the podcast what they want, and I will mix it in. We'll mix it in with the interviews as well, the guests I have. So it's you're gonna get a full package.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do it all. Yep. Do it all on here, and if you have any questions or you see things throughout the game that you want to analysis,
we're gonna. I'm trying to get him to get a number out there, so you guys come. Sometimes we can do some live questions and reactions to stuff. So
yeah, we can do some stuff. I can get. We'll talk. I can get a line set up. Get it sent right to me. It's okay. Just get the personal cell out there. Just call me.
No. Do not give you.
No, I'm just kidding. But it's follow the Thanalysis Show on Twitter and Instagram. You can send messages that way too. If there's something that happens in a game that you want some more insight or hear from TA
anything you want me to dissect, talk about. You know, I don't think anything is off limits. The most important thing is you never want to be offensive or or disrespect people. So anything else, we're here.
All right. Well, if nothing's off limits, we
got
to start here. It's basketball related.
Okay,
so, the other day, before Dame hits the game winner, Giannis blocks the shot. Right.
Yeah.
There are some clips online that may suggest that Giannis stepped out of bounds because he blocks the shot and grabs the ball. That his foot was on the line.
Is this? Which game is this?
Who they play right before the Bulls?
Houston.
Yeah, the Houston game. So he blocks Sengun, I believe. He he just got a fingertip on it, and I don't know if he caught it afterwards or if it was passed right to him but his foot may or may not have been on the line.
Yeah. It's just the same way may or not been a foul against Detroit, or
100%.
The same way it could have been with LaMelo may or not. Yeah. It's the NBA. People make mistakes. I tweeted this. I said, "Hey, people make mistakes. We're all human. Coaches, players, refs." That's what I said.
That is what you said.
The most important thing is don't make them in a row.
So I was going to ask you, because we were the refs messed up at the end of those other
two games.
And then...
Because you got to understand one more thing as well. This is... everybody has their own status and their own way of dealing with things. And when you want to win, your demeanor changes, because if you lose game, your demeanor changes. You want to get where you want to be. So you start analyzing everything. Now, if you're, I don't know, 10-1, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm not 10-1, and I want to win.
I just wanted to get that out of the way because there was a clip. Bobby Portis did an interview. I forget who it was with.
What did he say?
And they showed him. He Bobby's so funny, man. He did like pretending like he was zooming into the camera. He's like, I don't see it. I don't see his foot on the line.
He said, I'm legally blind. I love Bobby. Bro. I love Bobby.
Like, yeah, I don't see it. Can't see it.
It's good. It's good, though.
If you ask me,
it's good, but that's the NBA, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That's every sport, though.
And if you zoom in, his foot's over the line, but it's not touching the ground.
Oh, so I'll take that.
Yeah, his heel is up. I'm just throwing that out there. His heel is up.
Good.
His toes are inbounds. His heel is up.
Okay.
Just wanted to get that out there. I do want to hit on a couple NBA stories for you.
NBA stories. This is the first one.
Yeah, let's
go.
Some of the headlines going on in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia 76ers. They're off to a rough start.
Everybody, man.
They had an all-team meeting. Some stuff from that meeting allegedly got leaked.
What do you mean, the all-team meeting? What does that mean?
So it sounded like they called, I don't know if it was players only, but they called, all right, we need to hash this out. We got to talk about this.
I mean, it's only normal to call it
That's
a meeting.
pretty normal, right?
Yeah. How are you supposed to get better? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. I saw a clip. So Paul George does Podcast P, does his whole thing.
Shout out to Podcast P, man. You guys are doing that thing.
They do so
he's still shooting. He's playing. He's still doing
shooting? He's still doing pods.
That's respect.
Yeah, quick recovery too. It looks like he hyperextended a knee again this past week.
Bro. You know how that's like, bro. Speedy recovery, brother.
But so one of the tweets I saw that people started sending around was he said on the podcast, and this is why we've talked about this. Incomplete quotes just annoy me.
Yeah,
because it said on there, Jared McCain can't be our most consistent player. And everyone's like, oh, he called out Jared McCain. He's saying he's wet. Because the internet ran with it.
Okay, can I say what?
Yeah, because I want to tell you what I think was really probably said, and then I want you to get your.
Okay. Shall I say it? What I think?
Break it down.
What he said, I haven't even seen the video. Because I play basketball and I play sports and I understand. What he said is that there is no way the guy who looks up to us, the guy who just came into the league, a rookie, the guy who doesn't have the same experience as us, who's inexperienced and doesn't have the same feel, the same aura coming in. He's trying to learn and everything. Be one of the best of us. And not be one of the best of us in a negative way. We have to be with him. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, I'm glad you said it instead of me.
No,
the quote is out there, and it's like, he's trashing this. But no, all he's saying...
He's his teammate. Of course he's not.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why the internet is a stupid place sometimes. Because he says this on his pod.
No, it's not a stupid place. The internet is an amazing place because you get to meet different things. You get to learn things. You get to meet people. You get to do things that you would never have done 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. What's stupid is interpretation. That is stupid.
That's fair.
How people interpret things and how they go with their own kind of agenda trying to create things. That's what's stupid. Not the internet. The internet doesn't have faulted anybody. It's how the way people use it. Not use it. That's the wrong word. People misuse it. That's the right word.
That works. All right, yeah, that works. Just because clearly it's one of those. Yeah, LeBron would say the same thing about Dull and Connect, right? If that team was. The rookie should never come in and be the most consistent, most professional player on the team. It's very simple.
And now you even said two other things. I didn't even hear what he said. The most consistent. Guys, he's telling you what he's saying. Basically, he's the most consistent. He's the most good player. And that's what we need to see. So I think, I don't know, people, man.
I like his game a lot, too. He's smooth.
Which one?
Jared McCain.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about the other guy, too. They're both.
No, yeah.
They're both tough.
So the Sixers on paper.
Yeah.
Good roster.
Yeah.
I know Embiid's been in and out. Now Paul George is out. But on paper, Maxi's a hell of a guard. Maxi's good. McCain's playing very, very well.
Yeah.
They obviously have Paul George. They obviously have Joel Embiid. Why isn't it working? When we're recording this now, they're 2-12. That's the most surprising start to the season out there.
I mean, we're not playing out as much as we want to.
No, for sure not.
As much as they want to play, but... Surprising. I just had a thought. Is this the same meeting that this is something about Maxi and Embiid? Is this the same meeting?
Yeah. Where Maxi, all the drama going around about Maxi and Embiid and saying someone was late for something.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the same meeting.
Okay. Sorry, I just.
No, you're good.
My thought. So what were we saying? We're saying that why it's not working. I don't think it's a working thing. I just feel like guys is going through a rough
Just a
patch.
rough patch.
But now listen to this. Rough patch is how you respond.
Mm-hmm.
How you respond. I'm here. It doesn't matter what they say. I'll miss free throws. I'm still going to shoot them. I don't care what you say. I lose games. I'm head high. We're going to try to win games. We're going to show that we care. We're going to go out there and give everything we have for yourself, for your family, for the team, for the club, for the city, for the people who pay money to come watch you play. So I don't think it's not the working thing because they have a great coach, bro. Mm-hmm. They have a great roster. Like,
yeah,
guys,
everything is there.
These guys are elite. Like what? Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid, and all the other guys, and obviously guys who they had from Europe and Yabusele and the other guys.
Yeah, they got a squad.
Yeah.
Continuing moving on in the NBA, did you see Trey Young joined the Jordan brand?
Oh my!
I saw that announcement. Yeah, pretty recently. He did that in the intro video.
He did.
Yeah.
So, first of all, it's unexpected. I think when I say unexpected, I kind of feel like he was great for their brand. No,
I thought so. He was doing well.
So that threw me off. But it's great, man. This guy's he's an entertainer. He's a performer. He's an athlete. He's a basketball player. He's a family man. Like he's ready to rock. So I love it, man. I love it.
Trey, I feel like he was very hyped up. Not even hyped up.
By the way, every interaction I've had with Trey is like he's so nice as a person.
Really?
Like yeah. Every interaction I've had with him. Like
next guest, do we get him on the pod?
Trey Young, come to the pod, baby. Come to the pod. Come to the show. Come to the show.
Yeah, just get him to come to the show. I just feel like his career, like he was obviously had a great college career.
Yeah.
And then he got
an even better NBA guy there.
Yeah, no, he got to the league and everyone like I just feel like the last 2 years, it's just been quiet around him. He's playing really well, but it's just quiet around him.
He's been hurt too, right?
Yeah.
Tony. Actually, it's normal. What do you? It's normal, and I when you say quiet, like I don't. This is the thing, and obviously you're co-hosting with me, so I want you to always understand this, right? When it comes to anything that we go and like, oh, he's kind of quiet with them. Media works. The machine of media has a different algorithm than what life really is. You cannot say it's been quiet for a guy who's been consistent. You're like, oh, but I really don't listen to this guy. The numbers don't lie. What he produces doesn't lie. If he's hurt, he's hurt. But being quiet for a guy who's been consistent, who's doing his thing, you know what I mean? It's hard to just put it out there because now what it creates is like, oh, he's really not playing good, which is not true. He's not. It's not true.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not playing.
No. I'm not saying about you. I'm just saying what's out there. Same for Embiid, same for the Sixers, same for like anybody. They can just try and create something. Now, what I'll always say is, and in this show, you always hear everything that what I really think, not just try to be politically correct. What I really think, I think that it's just a thing that people get to decide. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go with other players, and then let's rock with them. Let's see what they have, and you see that all the time. And whoever stays consistent, no matter what.
Speaking of quiet, I think the Vegas odds have Anthony Davis as the favorite to win MVP right now. Yeah, it's close. But then I saw Jokic is first in, I think he's first in rebounds, like 3 in assists,
yes,
second in points. Like just once again, the most consistent, just like stat stuffing guy out there. And then Giannis is right. I think Giannis is first in points, first in rebounds.
So I'll give you an example, and I can call it right now. I'll call it right now. You can clip this or put it on social or whatever.
Clip this.
Yeah. If this season goes the way it goes, and guys are supposed to do, you will see something you've never seen before from guys. So I don't know if Anthony Edwards will win. We don't know who's going to win, but it's going to be so tight of a race. You know why? Because there's nothing out there. There's nobody who is like clear cut. You cannot say if you go tomorrow, you go like, oh, Luka's going to win. So what about Jason Tatum? If you go and say, oh, Jason Tatum is going to win, what about Anthony Edwards? And if you go to all of these guys, right, who are in between, oh, Anthony Davis is going to win. And then they're going to go like, so what about Giannis and Jokic then, if they're going to win? So it's nothing clear cut. This is going to be, guys, something you've never seen. You're going to see a season from guys you've never seen before. No, it's never been this. You've seen 6 guys averaging 29 points per game.
Yeah.
Which season is it? This is I've never seen this season like this. You told me. You have guys who are literally you have 5-10 guys who are averaging 29 points, not 20 points, close to 30. And you have one guy and two guys, one guy actually, and Giannis, who's averaging 33 almost.
Yeah.
Per game. And he's not even a volume 3-point shooter to be like, yeah, you know what? And he's missing a couple of free throws. So what would he be averaging? 45? That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's crazy. You've never seen this before. So you're going to see something, it's up in the air. I'm telling you. People think, oh, some people are run. It's up in the air. Because all you need to do is get up in the standings. And then it's different ball
once
game.
they're up in the standings.
Exactly.
I think last year I gave up on the NBA MVP award.
Why?
Like, personally, just because I feel like it's so, not even narrative-based, but just like everyone's always looking for the next big thing. Like, when Giannis won his, they were unbelievably well-deserved. And then Jokic comes in, wins, obviously super well-deserved. The amount of people who just didn't mention Giannis last year as an MVP when he did something.
That's okay. They didn't mention LeBron.
But like 30-plus from the floor, 60% shooting.
They didn't measure. They said Embiid, and they didn't measure like.
I just feel like the 24-hour news cycle has really made it so we're always looking. Anthony Edwards is great. Jason Tatum is great.
They're amazing players.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, the race is tighter to what you think because, and the reason is it's simplistic as this. How is the MVPs? How the MVPs won? What are the people averaging? What do they mean for their franchise? Right? Then go with it.
That works.
So you're trying to tell me, no, this is real. This is real. So you're trying to tell me if Anthony Edwards goes crazy, you're not going to give it to Anthony Edwards?
No, I'm saying
you are.
I'm saying you are for sure.
If tomorrow, let's say example, with Jason Tatum is kind of harder because he has they're the monsters. Like they really have a whole squad, so it's kind of harder.
I guess I should backtrack this a little bit because like the current state of the NBA, there's obviously a ton of talent, and a ton of these guys. Like we're gonna have 4 guys averaging 30.
No, but let me finish this point. You see right now. So this name is kind of harder. Okay, so you're trying to tell me if Devin Booker goes crazy, I mean with KD, you're not gonna give it to if AD goes crazy. You're trying to tell me if Giannis turns around this franchise from 2-8-9, and they go to the 3rd place or 4th place, and they make the playoffs, you're not gonna give him the MVP.
You would think so.
No, there's no think so. It's of course you are, because that's all about the redemption. This is what I'm saying. Because now you see numbers that you've never seen before. You've never seen these numbers. So this is the cycle I'm saying about Jason Tatum, Giannis, Jokic, all these people. It's not about the narrative only based. It's about Jokic has done it before. Of course he's up there. Giannis has done it before. Of course he's up there. And they're going to look for the new thing. But there's the reality of like, it's how the season goes. Yeah. And if the season goes this way, that's what I'm telling you, it's tight. You don't know. You don't know. If you didn't know, people will go out there and call it.
That's fair. I just look at it as, like, LeBron only has 4 of these awards.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's insane.
He probably could have 14. If we're being honest. Like, it's just the
Michael.
way, yeah, Kobe had 1.
Right.
I mean, that should end the MVP argument, right? Like, Kobe had 1. Sometimes it just doesn't.
What you mean for the franchise and when you're playing and how the season is going.
A couple more NBA things I do want to hit on today. We're going to talk in a little bit here about eliminating conferences, so stay tuned for that.
Eliminating conferences? What is that?
You'll hear in a sec. Okay. I got you. Before we get to that, though, a headline I saw, D'Angelo Russell wants to play for the Lithuanian national team.
He does?
Have you seen this headline?
Oh, yeah, D'Lo.
So
yeah.
I love it if he can pull it off because
I want to see him in FIBA.
Yeah, the more NBA talent we can get in that.
I don't want him playing against us, obviously, Team Greece, but to see him in FIBA, it's going to be nice. He's smooth, too. He got the kind of FIBA kind of game, but it's going to be physical. I'll tell you this now. This ain't
I
no.
wanted to ask you.
This ain't no elf nights. It's war.
If D'Lo can pull it off, great. More power to you. Why
not?
No,
I mean, he should if Embiid can play for Team USA.
I'm saying it's great. Like more power to go and do it. If you can do it, do it. I wanted your expertise on this. When an NBA guy goes and plays his first international ball, plays in a FIBA tournament, what should they expect?
First thing you expect is physicality. A lot of physicality. And the other thing you should expect, there's no plays off. Like you if you rest, they're gonna come off the screen and shoot it and shoot your face off. Like boom. right? They know, they know plays off. And the third thing you should expect in Europe is targeting. If they think you have a weakness, they will target you till the sun goes up and the sun comes down.
Is that different than the NBA?
Yes.
How so?
And I'll tell you why. Because they do this regardless. Ain't no playoffs, not showing our hand. Nope. From once we play and we find a weakness, that's what we're gonna attack.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how the game goes, and we will do that. I'll give you an example. We play Team USA, and we have one of our team in Potawatomi, and we're playing. I think it was World Cup. This is World Cup, and we are game plan. We are posting Austin Reeves. Guess what we did all game? Go to the film, watch. Forget about anything else. Forget about if I'm at the 5 and we can screen and roll and we can run them and we can play DHO or if Abayan is at the 5. Like, forget about anything. This is what we're doing. And now, mind you, we thought, or you think, like, you go like, okay, who's the guy to go to? So in our head, it's like, Austin is guarding a bigger guy. Like, we had a 6'8"-ish guy.
Yeah.
So we went to him every time. Now, I'm not saying the outcome was great. I'm not saying what it is. And I'm not saying, first of all, that Austin Rivers is a liability on defense. But comparing to everybody else, we was like, okay, let's go.
That's where the advantage was.
So do it again. Go to film. Do it again. We did it so much, they started fouling for no reason. No, seriously, it happens. Yeah,
Makes sense. Last NBA thing, tease a little bit. Getting rid of conferences. So there was a report, some headlines rolling around, is that the NBA is considering, this will be down the road a little bit, the NBA is considering, when it comes to playoff seeding, getting rid of East versus West and just doing top 16 overall in the league. On the surface...
Whoa. Say that again.
When it comes to playoff seedings,
yes.
East and West goes away, and they just make a list. First best record down to the 16th best record. Those are your 16 playoff teams. So in theory, the Suns could play the Bucks in the first round. East versus West doesn't matter anymore. Now it's just top 16. What would you say to that?
I'd say it's bullshit. Clear cut bullshit. So what is this now? March Madness? What are you do? What's we're going to go top 16 and play? No, again, don't get me wrong. Innovation is innovation, and you play a game, and the tournament was great, and the All-Star, I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen the format yet, so I don't know. But what I would say is, okay, so you eliminate this. So the teams, first of all, you know how many teams are there, right?
In the league?
Yeah.
31. 31? 30. Yeah.
Oh, 30.
30.
Not 31.
So I should preface this by saying this would go into effect if the league expanded to 32 teams.
If the league expanded to 32 teams.
Which is an immediate goal of the NBA.
First of all, I was going with the impression of 30.
Okay.
So let me not say the strong word bullshit. Let's say I don't know. Let's say I don't know.
Rewind.
Let's say I don't know. Okay. 32 teams.
I always get confused because there's so many NFL teams, baseball teams.
So now what is this a tournament?
Well, it's just playoff. First round, second round.
So what are you going to add the Final Four? No, you don't understand. If your league is one, you have one league and you don't have conferences, there ain't no game sevens. It's game seven, and then you in top 4 teams, Final Four. That's how EuroLeague plays.
Oh, so they go right into it that way.
EuroLeague is 15 teams, 16 teams. You play, you get to your standings, top 8. You go, you play game 5 or game 7, whatever you pick, you do, and then you play Final Four. And then you play one game. Each game, finals and Final Four. Now, if you go and do this, I don't think a lot of teams will say. First of all, I don't think this would exist because it's the board of governors all have to vote for it.
Yeah,
have to vote for it. And the other thing is, it takes away the what East and West means.
It takes that away, but does it incentivize teams to stay competitive throughout the season? And I say that because, like, obviously there has been...
Incentivize teams to stay competitive throughout the season? What do you mean?
So, let's just say...
So if I'm 16th, I'm making the playoffs. Think about what you just said. I'm 16th, and I'm making the playoffs.
But in years past, if you were, let's just say, 12th in the East, right? Like, let's say you just had... Because they'll probably mix up the schedules. Maybe the East plays Western teams 3 times instead of 2, right? before, if you let's say the East is very strong one year.
First of all, I want you to listen to what you're just saying, right?
I'm probably screwing this up.
No, you're not screwing it up. You're trying to fix it. You're trying to make it make sense. Go.
So I'm just saying, like, let's say the East is super strong one year, right?
Yeah.
And you're the Pistons,
Yes.
and you're 12th in the East.
Yeah.
You know you're not winning your division. You know you're not going to finish in the top 8. You probably, franchises have shown, all right, we're going to take our foot off the gas a little bit and probably start putting in lineups for draft picks.
Okay.
At the trade deadline, we trade away some expiring contracts, right? Stuff like that. But if you're, let's just say the East is strong, you're 12th, 11th, 10th in the East, and you're like, oh, but we're still 16th best in the NBA because the West is really weak this year. We at least now still have a chance to get into the playoffs. We're not going to sell off at the deadline. We're going to keep fighting through March.
Okay,
does that help it?
Yeah, it does help. I'll tell you why. No, it doesn't help it actually because it does only make it worse. So let me ask you.
I went from helping to making
it worse. No. It makes it worse because now you gave me a little bit more understanding of what to expect. So let me ask you another question. Top 16 teams.
Okay.
So what do we do now? Playing? How is the playing? 16 to 24? What's the playing?
I think the plane would have to go away.
Thank you.
The plane would have to go away.
Exactly.
I kind of like the plane.
Exactly. You just implemented something that had great success, and now you're going to take it away for something we don't know if it's going to have success. One.
Well, I hate the plane because Miami. That's how Miami did the whole thing. Yeah, I gotcha.
Now let me ask you another question. Okay, so what is this now? You're going to say, you know what? Teams are going to be playing each other. First of all, it doesn't even make sense for travel. So how are teams going to play? You're going to come. So Phoenix are going to come to the city and play 3 games against us.
I think what you have to do is go to 2-3-2.
Exactly.
For sure. 2-3-2. There's no.
Exactly. Nobody's.
You can't
it's
go.
Just, it messes. I want you to think about this. This is what we call connecting networking, or however you want to call it. You know how you put a dot, and the other dot connects 2 dots, and the 2 dots bring 4. The 4 dots bring. It's the same thing. It's the triple down. Is the trickle down effect. To change from 8 and 8 to we're gonna make it one league. It impacts the playoffs. It impacts the teams. It impacts the playing. It impacts everything. It impacts the travel. It impacts what the organization of what it is. The NBA. Now, it's a lot of how do I say? It's a lot of factors that you don't know if they're going to work. Now, let me ask you another question. It's a list, pros and cons. Oh, we can make it like this because if we make it like this, let's say example A, we can make A because if we make it like this, teams are going to be happy that they have a better record than the teams in the other conference.
Yep.
And they're going to be able to make the playoffs. So what else is positive from this? I just told you 10 of them.
So
that's negative.
In general,
in reality,
I like to think of
what
things.
What else is like?
I can't think of another one.
Exactly.
I don't know if I like this idea because in general, my last question to you, because you have the business mind here, right? So in general, when I look at a sports league doing something new, NFL added a 17th game. I don't know what 5 years ago now. Now they play 17 instead of 16. They're going to add an 18th game. They play games on Thursdays. The bottom line, it's TV money. It's TV money, right?
Tony, what you're saying, it's you don't understand. It's caliente. It's more business, more money.
But how does this bring in more money?
Exactly my point. It doesn't.
Yeah, because that's where I'm confused.
It doesn't. It's just entertaining ideas. It doesn't bring more money because it's not. You're not telling us. Oh, we just and think about this now. Okay, think of what you're about to pass now. You're changing you change the planes. And then for this to pass, it needs the team, the players, board governors, and obviously, shout out to Mr. Adam. He's dope. He's amazing. No, because I respect that because he's trying to make the league better. But in reality, it doesn't add more games. It doesn't add more value. More
That's it. The play-in tournament adds television.
It's actually less, to be honest with you, because now what's happening now, it's like, damn. We get to play the Lakers. We anything like we get to play them. Instead of playing our conference, and then we make it. That's the Cinderella story. You make it, you go. If you don't, I don't know if it does make it competitive because you're going to change it. You're going to change a lot of things. You're going to have to.
I guess now we're solving this out loud because now I'm thinking about what I said earlier. Oh, if you're 12th in the East, but the West is bad, like you're still a chance.
You're still a chance to make it.
But the same amount of teams in the West are then bad. So those teams are just going to trade off at the deadline.
So tell me this: with the same logic, top 2 in the East would have made it with the same logic. Think about our look at our record. If you win 3 games, you go third. So top 2 teams would have made it. So it would have been 16 teams West, 2 teams East.
In the East.
That's crazy. That's what I'm trying to say. That's crazy. Who in the West or the East would have said yes?
Yeah, I guess I just don't get it.
No, I do get it because it's entertainment and obviously it's something to say.
But entertainment, for you to create entertainment, you have to bring in revenue, right? If
No,
you're going to do more work, you have to bring in money.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like college football. They used to have 4 teams in the playoffs. And now they're like, oh, now let's just do 12 teams. It's because they're going to have 10 more football games on ESPN. They're going to get paid off of that.
Thank you.
Like the NFL is always like, oh, player safety first. But actually, we can make money if you play on Thursday. So guess what? You're playing on Thursday.
Oh, and you know what when I said like it's entertainment, it's not just the games. It's entertainment. Like you know how they just put like mock drafts and just like it's entertainment. It's just for people to talk about it. For us, for me and you to talk about this. But realistically, we just made a whole segment, which you could literally just put this video. How is this possible? Like I have to see it on paper that you say like, oh, so you do the teams, but you don't touch the playoffs. You do the teams, but you don't touch the travel. You do this, but you don't touch how teams are gonna react to.
There's a lot of factors.
And the other thing about tanking, because you said some teams will like sell the draft picks and try to rebuild and stuff like that.
Yeah, like if you know you're probably not.
I guarantee you there's teams in the playoffs that don't want to be in the playoffs. There's teams who in the playoffs, they be like, dang, how are we winning?
Dude, I'll be honest. I grew up in Milwaukee
I had a segment about this that I hate Oh, it was with Brian.
With Windhorst, yeah. Windhorst. Go check out that episode, by the way.
Take that episode. Amazing. One of the best episodes I've ever done. I said, I don't like it because you're not incentivizing winning and you're incentivizing losing. Mm-hmm. But now let's say you're incentivizing winning. What's going to happen is teams who want to lose are going to lose because they're rebuilding. They're in rebuilding mode. Yeah. So they want to lose. It doesn't matter if you make it 30 teams or you make it 60 teams. I want to be top 10, top low. I mean top. I didn't say top.
Top 16.
I want to say low.
Yeah, bottom 10.
Bottom 10. So it doesn't really matter. So you just now trying to.
I think they're trying to fix something that's not broken.
Yes.
Like it's fine. The playing tournament's great. It brings in extra revenue.
Usually, when that happens, it goes this way. Yeah, I just put this out there. I'm the most positive person, but I'm a realist. I'm telling you. Usually, when things are amazing with this product, you know what they should do? They should expand to Europe. That's what they should do, and add more games.
Our next episode.
No, I'm just saying.
I actually want to vet. No, because I like where your head's at, and I want to vet this out. But I need to write things down and figure this out. So next episode, we will talk about this in depth because there's something there. Yeah, 100% something there.
There's something there. I'm telling you. So no, that was it.
Yeah, that's what we got for everyone today. We are going to do something. I want to start promoting this now.
Go.
So on Tuesday, let me get the date here. It's Tuesday, November 20. My phone is so old. November 26th. The Bucks are on the road in Miami. 6 o'clock Central tip time. We are going to do something we've never done before.
You're going to have your first ever live from YouTube.
Live on YouTube. Watch along.
Watch along with us.
We are going live at 6:30.
This is going to be pure entertainment. Bro, I can promise you this.
We're going to have to figure out some things. We're going to have some games. This is like 3 hours. We're going to be live on YouTube during Bucks Heat. We're gonna react to the game. I mean, like maybe we just pull out, play some spades.
No. We can play with the fans and all this. We can answer that. We can do that.
I'm gonna need like 3 screens in front of me. Yeah. I need fan questions. There is a way we're gonna be able to send out the link to have a fan maybe join for 15, 20 seconds.
Of course.
So we're gonna do some fun stuff.
We should do that multiple times, by the way.
Yeah.
I
got some guest plans, some surprise guest plans for you.
Is I want you guys to tune in. It's gonna be fun. I've never done this before, so it's going to be fun to kind of watch the game with you guys. And we're not going to talk about the game. The game is we're going to watch the game. Then if you have your questions, you can send them in. We can talk about it. Why is that happening? Why is that happening? But the most important thing is like, let's just get together, man. I can't wait, man.
It's going to be a ton of fun. We're trying to, if we run into tech issues, if I screw something up, technically, it's going to happen. It just is what it is.
We're going to try to be more tech savvy.
Tuesday, we're going to try. Try is the key word there. Tuesday, 6:30, right at tip for Bucks Heat, live on YouTube at Thanalysis Show.
Thank you guys for tuning in I want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors. Let me go the other way. Thank you so much, Carbliss. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you, Potawatomi Casinos and Hotels. You guys are amazing. And Gruber Law.
One call.
That's all. Thank you, guys. Hey, Thanalysis, it's out.